You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's time to get started. What is going on with this cricket hat? Anyway, but yeah, what's going on, y'all? The stories keep moving on, the year keeps moving on, we keep moving on. Major League second half is about to begin. Well, it already begun last night, and that season keeps moving on. The WNBA signs a new media deal. Money, 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 baby. Caitlin and Angel bringing that money to the league. Skip Bayless signs off for FS1. Is he signing off for good, or is he just signing off for the network? We'll see. Training camp opens up for a few teams. Terrell Davis had a little issue on United Airlines. Might get into T.O. talk, Devontae Adams talk. some Brandon IU talk. We'll tell you what we're gonna get into today, but it's gonna be a wild, full show. All of the guys are here today. Red, Real, Coach, episode 236. Open that door. Come on. Let's get started. Come on. Time.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Coach and Red are coming to you from the ATL Show, giving you real sports talk because we are real sports fans. We're real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen? Real sports knowledge. So hang out with your boys, Red, Rev, who's representing Coatesville, PA, and our coach for episode 336 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And as is our custom, we're turning our numbers' attention to our numerologist, Coach Patrick Thomas. What you got for us, Coach?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It's a slightly rainy day in the ATL weather forecast. My number 336 goes to a man who had his share of issues in the NBA, but he still was an overall pretty good basketball player. 3-time All-NBA guy. He's one of the roughhouses of the league. He got more technical than anybody pretty much in the NBA. If he wasn't in the tops, he was top 10. And his name, number 36 for the Detroit Pistons, Rasheed Wallace, one of the angriest men in the NBA history, 3-time NBA All-Player. Number 36, Rasheed Wallace. I was going to say Jerome Bettis, but I've been banned, so that's that.
That's why I thought you were going to try to go.
No, sir.
As soon as I saw this was episode 36, I said, here's a Jerome Bettis side, and here it comes.
No, sir.
I'm glad that you restrained yourself. I give you mad kudos for restraining yourself and going to another 36. And indeed, Rasheed Wallace was a baller. And he was on that NBA championship with the Detroit Pistons, am I right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yep. I'm leading that to my dope moment for myself. So stay tuned, say, Coach. All right. How y'all guys doing?
Everything. Little, like I said, the much needed rain has come down and it's very cool outside, cooler than the other side of the pillar.
Oh, not a Stuart Scott reference on us.
Whose birthday is right after mine. I forgot about that. His birthday was on the 19th.
Oh, wow. Stuart Scott, one of the best anchors to ever do it. God rest his soul, man. I miss him, man. He was a great guy for sure. All right, man. Let's get ready to do this thing. We got to always do as we do. We got to welcome Reverend Night Nation. And we'll see who's on board right now. Let's see who's tuning in. Sister Sylvia Harris is tuning in. Good morning to you. Hey, Brother Jameson. Joe Black tuning in. What's up, Joe Black in Jacksonville? So glad to have you. Maybe our officers will be tuning in sooner than later. Oh, my goodness. Armani Newsom. Good morning to you, sir.
Armantis.
All right. Hope all is well.
Back where he belongs in Rev Night Nation. I'm just messing with y'all, man. What's up, man?
Winston from the Eye Test is tuning in. What's up, brother?
What's up, Winston?
On today from the Eye Test. All right, glad to have you, man. Go ahead on if you don't mind. As Winston will remind people, hit that share button. Let somebody know what you're watching on this morning so we can add.
Smash that like button.
All right. All right, gentlemen. We've done our greetings. We've done our monologue, and we've done our numbers game. So let's go to our dope note moments for this particular week. And Coach, you can get yourself ready at this time as what you're doping on. Go.
My dope moment goes to one little bitty pocket rocket, not little bitty, but not Alicia Gray for the Atlanta Dream, who pulled off a clean sweep last night in the WNBA Skills Challenge and 3-point contest. She ended up winning both, and that's the first time that's been done in WNBA history. So Alicia Gray, you get my dope moment.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Brad, what are you doping on?
I can't believe I'm doping on this, but doping on one, Bronny James. After that awful first off, his awful first two games in the summer league. His last two games have been pretty solid. 12 points. Game 3, 13 points, clutch 3-pointer in game 4. Bronny, I don't know what you're gonna offer the main team of the regular season team when the season start, but you're doing all right in summer league so far. I'm gonna say so. We'll see. We'll see where this takes you, young man. But good job, you and Dalton out there representing for the purple and gold. Good job so far, and we'll see where the regular season takes you to, young rookies, when the season starts. But good job so far.
Oh, yeah. All right. I've been trying to queue up this thing, but it's not working for me. But anyway, I am doping on yesterday, having the opportunity to meet an NBA champion, NCAA champion in person, who was in town for a homegoing service at my church last night, or yesterday afternoon. I had the opportunity to meet Richard Rip Hamilton, NBA champion of the Detroit Pistons, also NCAA champion at the University of Connecticut. He is from where I pastor, Coatesville, Pennsylvania. He was one of the former players of the late, great Deacon Coach Scoogie Smith, who I had the honor of eulogizing on yesterday. So even though it's for a sad occasion, it was a blessing and a pleasure to be able to meet and greet one Richard Hamilton. And during the course of the show, hopefully I'll pull up a picture to show it.
Did you get a chance to talk to him?
Yeah, we talked for about 5 minutes.
You plug the show?
What's that now?
I said, did you plug the show?
I didn't think about the show at that time. I must admit, that's my bad. That's my bad. I missed the moment.
He would have been a great guest to have on.
For sure.
And I know he probably would have came on for you, a reverend, somebody that, that he met at church.
So I know a lot of people here know him real well because, they weren't starstruck when he was there because he's like, that number Rip. So what I'll do is at some point, maybe during basketball season, the height of it, I'll get somebody who knows him real well, and maybe we get him. Because I think I gave myself some credibility yesterday through the eulogy, so I think he'll be,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure he'll remember you. So just maybe hopefully y'all can reach out, or somebody in Coatesville can help you reaching out soon. Now that y'all have been acquainted.
For sure, we'll definitely seek to make that happen. Just remind me during the basketball season.
Okay.
All right, man. Red, what are you noping on, sir?
Well, if I'm doping on Bronny going off in the summer league, I guess you guys can figure who I'm noping on. Yeah, that's right. One, Alex Sarr. Dude, all that trash you was talking about not coming to the Hawks. Oh, I don't want to be in the Hawks. I want to go to the Wizards. Well, I bet the Wizards are regretting you coming over there now, dude. With these 0 for games, 2 points, your last few games. Bronny James has outscored you the entire summer league. Oh, I can't believe I want the Hawks to grab this guy. I think the Hawks have dodged a major bullet for once. The Hawks didn't grab the wrong guy. They let Washington grab him. I'm thinking this guy that we grab, even though I'm not so sure, but at least he scored 18 points in the game, and we yet to see 18 points from Sarr yet. So, Risha, or whatever your name is, try your best to outplay young man Sarr, and I hope you can bring something to the Hawks. But for right now, nope goes to Alex Sarr for your 0 for game, 0 for 15. Oh, I think, man, they say that would have been one of the worst games ever if it was an NBA game, but it's a summer league game. So maybe young Alex can make us all forget about it when the regular season starts. I hope not, and I doubt it, because I want to clown your butt all season long, Alex. So keep giving me ammunition like that. But for right now, nope goes to Alex Sarr. But maybe a minute dope for the Hawks for not drafting his old, you know what.
You have got to be kidding.
Oh, I'm kidding. Oh, no point.
So now, Alex Sarr, you have made Red's list. So he's going to be on it. He's going to be on it. I am noping on the MLB All-Star game. And this is why I'm noping. I'm not noping on the actual game itself. I'm noping on how it's lost its luster, how it's lost its excitement. As I was a little kid, I remember I couldn't wait to the MLB All-Star game. And maybe now the game is not as great as it used to be because of interleague play. Now that they're playing each other all year long, when back in the day, the only time they used to play each other was in the World Series, the joy of the two leagues playing against each other may not be there. But I just remember the day when you just couldn't wait for the MLB All-Star game. And to be honest, one, I didn't even watch it. Two, I didn't even care about the highlights. Three, I didn't even know what time it came on. So that lets you know how much the MLB All-Star game has lost its luster. Coach, what do you?
My note moment goes to Colin Montgomery, who tried to check Tiger Woods, talking about why is he even going? He doesn't even have a chance to win. Why is Tiger Woods playing in the British Open? And Tiger gave the correct response that I would have given to you. I've earned my right. What have you done? And that's what for Colin Montgomery, who instead of being, you don't have to say anything about the man. Everybody knows he's not playing well, but for you to come out and say, why is he going? That was kind of a Bush League move. So Colin Montgomery, you get my note moment of the week.
No!
All right.
Now, who is Colin? Is he some kind of golfer?
He's a golfer, but he ain't won nothing in forever.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Well, what does he want to be talking that type of stuff? Tiger earned his stripes. I know he's looking pathetic out there, but he's earned the right to at least, compete for the big tournaments now. I mean, he's Tiger Woods. I always want to see him at the big tournaments because he's going to bring cachet. He's going to bring ratings. Even though, Lord, after the first 2 rounds, pretty much don't expect him to make the cut, but still, Tiger is Tiger. I agree, he's earned the right to be at all these major big tournaments.
Tiger doesn't have to do anything else. He's done more than enough. That's how we say about God. God, if he doesn't do anything else, he's done more than enough. That's what Tiger's done for golf. Period. Mm-hmm. They've made money off him. They've made money. The golf players have made money because of him.
Exactly.
And he revolutionized the game, especially in urban circles. Think about how many black folk now have picked up golf since Tiger Woods. And I'll give you this. Almost every national convention or conference that involves black ministers, they always have a golf tournament to start the conference. Who would have ever thought that? That's the Tiger Woods.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah. I'm coping with the fact that Bronny James is getting all the spotlight in the headlines, and Dalton Connect 4 is kind of like the side piece for the Los Angeles Lakers. And he's the one balling. He done had about 4 20-point games. And as I told Red, when he got drafted, the Lakers got a good one. The Lakers got a steal. So, all right, Bronny James is LeBron James' son. But let's get some praise where praise is truly worthy. Dalton Connect, who I predict will be the rookie of the year in this upcoming season.
Oh, boy. We'll talk about real. I hope that prediction comes true.
All right, Coach, what are you coping with?
Well, I'm going back to what you said about the All-Star game. I'm coping with the fact that they still putting out that home run derby, and no matter what they do, it's too long. And the people at the coach was sitting there between all that long time. They get 40 swings. Why do they need 40 swings? Good Lord. Nobody want to see that the whole time. Drop it down to 20. I know people like to see home runs, but it's like, okay, they back to back, but same thing. It needs major improvement, and I hope people can cope with having to sit there for that long.
Well, we're gonna cope with it. We're going out there next year, Coach. When it comes to the Truist Park, baby, we're gonna come out there and see all those 40 swings. Count my swings. I get as many swings as I want to. I thought they just tired the guys. Well, they start counting the swings now.
So they took the minutes off it?
No, they just say everybody get 40 swings.
So they took the minutes off it then?
Right.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. That's why the guy lost it. To me, I think Bobby Witt could have won. He had plenty of time. Man, some people's bat speed is better than others, so I don't like that they took the time off.
Yeah.
All right, Red, give us your coat to end this session or segment.
All right, you guys. Whew. What am Red coping with? Well, this is not just a Red coat. This is a real coat too. Oh boy. Unfortunately, Real, you and I will have to cope with next year, next NBA season. Our boy, Coach Patrick Thomas, will be cheering for his 6th NBA team since he's joined. You got that? 6th NBA team since you joined the show. Shall I read them off? Well, let's see. We started out OKC fans. Then we moved on to the Rockets. Then we moved east to the Wizards. Then back out west to the Lakers. Then next door to the Clippers. Now we're going to the mountains, to the Denver Nuggets. Boy, Coach, I tell you, your NBA variety amazes me. But it is what it is. Coach's boy's moving to the Nuggets, so he's moving to the Nuggets. And Rev and I will be coaching with Coach being this diehard Denver Nuggets fan next season, battling me and Rev. The Nuggets are going to win it all. My team, the Denver Nuggets, watch out for them. Jokic and Murray and my boy Westbrook. So that's what me and Rev will be coping with next NBA season.
Oh,
isn't that one of the topics? You stepped all over that topic.
We'll talk about his fit, Endeavor. We'll talk about his fit. But
I still got a little bit more.
Now, Coach, I'm waiting for your normal retort.
There'll be no retort because, first of all, I never liked Houston. Bad.
No. I ain't talking about that. What's your normal retort? You don't know?
What, I'm a Westbrook fan?
I'll help you out. But why you didn't say nothing about Chris Paul? He's on another team.
Man, Chris Paul, first of all, that's a dead issue. Chris Paul been on more teams than Towel, so I ain't worried about him anymore.
Yeah, he owns another team too.
So I don't talk about Chris, but he said like good neighbor State Farm is there. So hey, he said wherever State Farm is, he's there. I don't know. Who cares about Chris Paul? And I need to talk. I wish I could talk about well, it's over now. Ballmer. That's why I should have been my coat moment. The owner of the Clippers having to go into that nice big shiny arena, and you ain't got nobody but James Harden and Kawhi Leonard, who you don't know how long he gonna play. And then you got James Harden inconsistent. So that's who should have got the coat. But moving on.
All right, man. Let's see what Revanite Nation doping and coping on.
They wide open.
We got a few more folk who've joined since we have started the show. Sister Harris is doping on Bronny James' improvement this week. One of those games improvements kind of suspect because best players from the other team didn't play, but we won't talk about that. The great service and honor coach and Deacon James Scoogie Smith was brought NBA champion Rip Hamilton back home from California. VP sitting on the runway, just landed. Here's your gavel. Thank you for hitting the gavel from the runway.
He's always.
Sister Harris is noping as Red noped on the number 2 draft pick. Had a bad week. The VP taking coach's dope moment. Alicia Gray winning skills competition and 3-point competition. Winston from the eye test says, sorry out there looking like Stephen A. Smith in college.
God, oh.
The VP said nope to the ninja sitting next to me on this plane. He smells like fill in the blank. How does that relate to sports? Bronny James G League style game.
Lord.
National anthem singer Major League Baseball All-Star game. She needs to rescind those Grammy nominations. The golfers first increased tenfold due to Tiger's present. Lest they forget, go ahead on and use that church vernacular. Jameson Black dope the return of NCAA, talking about the football game. All right. Sister Harris said, don't forget about my Kentucky Wildcat, who is also balling. She's referring to Reed Shepard. Dante, what's up? What up, good people? Hope everybody doing well except for Red. Nah, I'm joking. What up, Red? Joe noping on Cormani McClain about to be booted from Florida after leaving Colorado. It's sad a 5-star corner may never show his potential. That's unbelievable. All right. VP said, great pivot, coach. What's up, Horace from the Sports Roundtable? Glad to have you, bro. And Jerry, good morning to you, man. Glad to have all of you all on today. And if you don't mind, come on and share that broadcast. If you're on Facebook, share that broadcast to your page. If you're on YouTube, you can share it, copy the link, and text it to somebody. Let somebody join the Revanite Nation. Let's get to the matter.
Somebody brought up that Ingra address, girl. Boy, that was awful. Oh, that brought me and coach back to Carl Lewis. Awful rendition.
Oh man.
That girl was like he was drunk.
Well, man, let's do this. Let's start the show off with something that I would have never thought we would start our normal topics with, and that is...
Oh, God, I'm afraid.
The WNBA. They signed a new media deal with ESPN, Amazon, and one other outlet for $2.2. Catch this. Who would have ever thought this would be associated with WNBA? $2.2 billion.
Wow.
Already means WNBA salaries will increase, using the VP's phrase today, tenfold because of that deal. New WNBA basketball contract. They have literally gone from empty seats to plenty of seats to plenty of money. So what are your thoughts about the WNBA signing this new deal. Let me ask you a question. Do you think the deal is a little bit premature? Do you think that deal might have should have waited a little bit just to see if the WNBA season this year that's producing record television numbers, record numbers in the seats is sustainable? What's your thoughts about it? Give it to me, Red.
I guess they saying we might want to go ahead and make the deal now because if they had waited and let's say it is sustainable, it probably would have cost no more, real. So they probably trying to get ahead of this thing, looking at the future, probably saying, well, what we got coming in next year? We got Juju, she gonna bring her fan base. I'm one of her fans, so you got Paige. You got Raven from South Carolina. All three of them girls got fans. So, man, they say, man, we better hop on this thing right now before it costs us way more than $2.2 billion. Because, like you say, Rev, yeah, the seats are packed, the stands are packed, the TV numbers are rising, and hey, you got to get I don't know if it's the marketers, but you got to give the financial folks credit for jumping on this thing early because they like, man, we about to make some money. So let's go ahead and get this TV deal done. So before it really costs us an arm and a leg. And I'm pretty sure when the next TV deal come up, it's probably gonna be more than $2.2 billion because Caitlin Clark ain't going nowhere. Angel Reese ain't going nowhere. For all the Angel Reese haters that thought she wasn't going, her game wasn't gonna transition over to the pros. Well, her booty shorts say, look at me, I'm here and I'm here to stay. Because she's here to stay, okay? And yeah, coach, that's right. She's sexualizing herself. And Angel, you got to stop with all the crying at the press conference. Now, I understand that they get on you a little bit, but sweetie, embrace your villain role. You can't handle this, girl. Media ain't nobody. You Angel Reese. At the end of the day, Angel, you are going to be way more famous and way more relevant than anybody in the media. So stop letting whoever in the media keep saying whatever to get you to show some tears on that press conference. Stop it. That's strike 2 now. Strike 3, we're going to have to get a new villain. You're going to have to become a good girl. But anyway, I love Angel. I love Caitlin. I love that they bring in all of this interest to the game. A'ja Wilson and the Vegas Aces doing pretty good. They staying relevant themselves. Like I say, you got the girls, you got new classes coming in next year. The ratings are rising. The seats are being filled up. Like I say, it is time for financial impact. Is really taking its toll on the game, and I'm happy to see it. Like Rev said, we never thought we'd see this day, but hey, I never thought a girl like Caitlin Clark would ever come around. So it has. We're here. This is the reality, and the WNBA is finally making some money. Finally, maybe you can tell the NBA, hey, we don't need you guys no more eventually. But like I say, you got to give them their props because this new media deal is something huge. So, and Caitlin and Angel definitely have something to do with this. And if everybody think they don't, you crazy because without them two girls, nobody is talking about the W. I don't care what the Las Vegas Aces are doing, back-to-back champs, A'ja Wilson. Those two girls are bringing attention to the game. Okay, so you got to give them their props. But A'ja Wilson, I give her props because she's now starting to embrace this new thing, this new groove. She's even getting her a boyfriend now. Oh, A'ja, I see you, girl. Yeah, I'm getting a boyfriend now. I think her and Bam Abendayo from Miami are going out now. So seems like a lot of the players are embracing this new wave, Rev, and it's good to see the WNBA become one of the top major sports now that we're paying attention to. The female college game has finally transitioned to the pros, and we're witnesses, baby. We are witnesses.
Bam, bam, bam. All right. Coach, your thoughts, sir?
I don't need to follow that up. That's everything in a nutshell right there. And you know, the good thing about it is you got good young players like Red said coming out after these girls. And I told them the All-Star competition last night Good grief! It was filled to the rafters last night for WNBA All-Star Weekend. Wow, it was filled to the gills, and they watched those girls. And hey, the All-Star game has to be. It should, hopefully it'll be pretty good tonight. There's going to be a lot of eyes on it to see the WNBA girls against the U.S. Olympic team. That should be a really good battle. And of course, everybody want to see how Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese play together. Shoot, they were practicing the pick and roll at camp the other night. So during practice, so it's gonna be a good battle. Now, I'm not picking the MVP. I ain't going that far because it could be anybody. But it's good that these girls are getting the recognition. The only thing that people are worried about is, she said it herself, Brittany Griner getting on a plane going international. That's a concern. She was concerned as well. She said it's her first flight, but hey, hopefully she said she got her teammates with her, and hopefully she won't be doing the puff pass tour when she go over there. She'll stay in her lane. But yeah, it's looking up.
All right, here we go, man. I forgot to get some Cope. I'll give my comments after I go through the River Night Nation's comments. Cope, nobody won't tell the truth. Skip got fired. He's not leaving. Vincent Woodard, okay. To Billy for 11 years. Progress, baby. Keep that momentum. Jerry says, good for the WNBA. Thank Caitlin, ladies. Get it while the iron is hot. We thank Clark and Reese and upcoming Juju and others for that deal. Women's basketball is taking over college, possible pro. It's very competitive. Great take, Reds. They got in front of this. They know more polarizing rookies are on the way. I love it. Sam Cassell is into the chat. Jerry said, I know I'm late, but that television deal for the WNBA is my dope moment. Dante says Kiki and Paige coming next year. Flojay, Johnson the year after that, and Juju coming in after Johnson. Clark and Reese are just the beginning of this. It's quite amazing to see. Stevie Wonder can see that the W needed to jump on this deal now. The WNBA is one of the leads in every sports center. Aja and Bam been together since 2021. All right, Mr. Date Reporter.
I thought I was a relationship guru. Beat me on them.
Ms. Griner, no need to be worried if you're following the law. All right. Great deal for the WNBA. No doubt about it. They got right on the deal. And really, when I was asking the question, I was really asking it from the network perspective. But Red, you brought a great take in talking about the young ladies who are on the way. And then I see that Kobe got another daughter who is working on basketball, who has Candace Parker as her trainer.
Man. Which one? Not Natalia.
Not the youngest.
Not the oldest.
Not the youngest, the one above her.
Begin with a B. I forgot the name.
The third daughter, it was posted on Facebook that Candace Parker is her trainer. So, so that's going to help out a lot. She's on the same wavelength as her late sister Gigi was, then that's going to boost ratings as well. Because I think this type of ratings, if it weren't for Caitlin Clark and some of y'all say Reese, I'll state that in just a minute. I'll give the distinction just a minute. I think we didn't really anticipate a bump, of course, not of this magnitude until Gigi would have made it to the WNBA. But we see that Caitlin and y'all say Reese are responsible for the bump. Now, let me make the distinction here. Reese does well for social media, which helps put eyes on the WNBA. Caitlin Clark puts seats in the stands. I mean, puts bodies in the seats in the stands. So that's a huge difference. All right, yes. Angel Reese has increased their social media presence. But trust me, ain't nobody paying $300 to go see Angel Reese rebound the ball. Let's be honest right here. All right, so that's what they're paying to see Caitlin Clark. If you look at the price of an Indiana Fever ticket versus the Chicago Sky, it's not even in the same ballpark. Okay, so that's why let's slow down a little bit, putting Angel Reese on the same wavelength as Caitlin Clark. Yes, they came in the draft together. Yes, they have put more eyes on the game, but there's a difference between social media, which you can watch for free, versus putting bodies in the seats, filling up these arenas. Matter of fact, not even using WNBA arenas because they can't fit the crowd that wants to go to the game. They got to go to NBA arenas where they used to play and used to be empty. Caitlin Clark is filling up NBA arenas.
Right.
I want us to be clear about the distinction. I'm not a huge Angel Reese fan. I was one of the first persons said that I don't really see her doing much work. She found her niche. She's decided to be the Dennis Rodman of the WNBA. Ain't mad at her. That's going to keep her in the league for quite some time. But ladies and gentlemen, let's be real. You are not paying $300 to go see Angel Reese play basketball like you see Caitlin Clark. I'm done.
And to your point, Real, the Sky game wasn't moved to the State Farm. They played that at the airport.
For sure. For sure. They packed that out. That's dope. But when Caitlin came to Atlanta, I was actually I was in D.C. when she was playing the Mystics. And I went to the Braves Nationals game that day. I ain't never seen that many folk on a train coming from a WNBA game. You know, I ain't never seen that. So there are levels. That's the only thing I'm trying to say. There's levels.
The MCI Center? They had the MCI Center packed out?
They call it Capital One now.
Oh, Capital One.
Call it, Capital One now. But ladies and gentlemen, if you make these posts about Caitlin and Angel Reese, it's not on the same level. Let's be honest about it. All right, it's not. The dollars are totally different. Caitlin, like matter of fact, we were talking about what Tiger's done to golf. Caitlin Clark is the Tiger Woods for the WNBA.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what
she's done. You got us watching and got us talking about it.
That's what hey, part of the reason why we still on when we normally on a summer break is because the WNBA.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We would have we've been taking a hiatus ever since we started the show. The pandemic caused us to take a long hiatus at one point in time. But outside the pandemic, normally right after the NBA draft, we don't come back until the week before college football season starts. So we're already seeing the impact of the WNBA becoming relevant when it comes to our own show.
Right.
You know, so we see it. All right, here we go. We got to get up to the next one. Let me not take that.
Yeah, I was hoping you to see that coming. That
was I keep up with my Gamecocks. The future success of this league will be linked to Clark and Reese, however you shake it. Clark puts butts in the seats. Reese keeps you talking. Clark definitely deserves her due. Meanwhile, Sam Cassell needs to use church hugs when he hugs Reese. That dude gave her one of the biggest hugs I've ever seen, man. It was almost like, look, he did. See me after we leave here. That's what that hug seemed.
He's supposed to be a dirty old man. You little perv. Sam, you're a perv.
Armani says, great point. Angel Reese gets more recognition for social media and her presence outside the WNBA. I can say I've had the privilege of seeing Clark in person twice. I've never seen that many Bubbas wearing a women's basketball in my life. The Clark effect is real. And that's Dante I honestly don't think that matters, Rev, no matter how the eyes get there, as long as they are. It does matter. There's called viewership. There's called presentship. The presentship, putting butts in the seats, makes the owners more money.
Mm-hmm.
You see ask one of the owners, ask the Atlanta Dream owner, how much money did they get when Caitlin Clark filled up, was it now? State Farm Arena versus the gate that he got or she got when they played at College Park. Tell me if there's a big financial difference or not. And Caitlin Clark's is making other owners money because when she goes on the road, the tickets are $200, $300. She has the LeBron James effect. So there's a huge difference when it comes to money. The owners are getting more money. Imagine somebody buying the Indiana Fever franchise right now. They wouldn't buy it for that much money because of the social media influence. It's what Caitlin Clark does by bringing bodies to the seats. That's where the money is.
That franchise is probably worth a whole lot more now.
It's probably worth 3 digits now. In millions. You probably couldn't get anybody to buy it for $100,000 last year. But they could probably get almost $100 million, as much money she's bringing to that city.
Yeah.
So come on, man. I tell you, you got to think bigger, my brother. It does matter. The eyes are good, but you see the eyes ain't putting people in the seats when they go see Angel Reese. They ain't packing out NBA arenas. So you see the difference. Come on, bro.
They pack on the social media page.
It absolutely matter, especially from a marketing perspective. Yeah, they're not marketing. Come see the Indiana Fever's social media page, Instagram page. No, they marketing to get them in the arena. Come on and like us on Facebook. Come on, man. No, bro. They want them in the seats. That's where the money is. Come on now. All right, I'm done with it. Let's move on. Skip Bayless. Not even a year after Shannon Sharpe's departure from Undisputed, it has been stated that he is leaving Undisputed. Some say he's leaving on his own. I believe the VP made a provocative statement and said he was fired. Whatever the reason is or however he's leaving, we know that he's leaving. So let me ask you this question. What do you think is the reason or are the reasons why Skip Bayless is leaving Undisputed on FS1, the same show that he helped launch on FS1? Let me start with Coach first. Coach, what you got?
Ratings determine if you're going to keep your job. And to be honest, 15 people a day watching your show ain't going to get it. They ain't going to cut it. And then the people you pick, Paul Pierce, who's so full of himself, is ridiculous. Richard Sherman, who can talk, but he always getting in trouble. And Keyshawn Johnson, who will make you watch a documentary on dirt because he's so boring. I mean, you got terrible people on your show, and that ain't helping you. And then your main topics are 3. 3 topics look like every time. The Cowboys, LeBron, and who else? What else he talk about all the time? Probably the Cowboys and LeBron on the same show. I don't know, but that's all they talk about. And I mean, it's just not a good look. And Skip realized that, and he needs to admit it if he hadn't already. Letting Shannon go was the biggest mistake because when he had Shannon, he had an audience, and Shannon knew his sports and knew how to talk. And then Skip decided, oh dog, Shannon getting too big a minute. They're gonna call it the Shannon and Skip Undisputed. So he just finally made a mistake and let Shannon go. But Skip realize that it's just not working. Maybe he'll pop up somewhere else. I don't know. And maybe he just just do podcasts so they can't. I guess he won't be on TV and destroy the ratings, but maybe it'll be. And this is so funny. Somebody said this. Maybe it'll be Shannon on first take Monday and Tuesday, Mad Dog on Wednesday, and Skip on Thursday and Friday. I don't know. That somebody said that may save him from and get him back in. I doubt it, but it Undisputed just wasn't working.
All right, before you go, Red, let's come with some of the comments. Going back to the WNBA, what the jersey sales look like, that matters. What's up, Anthony Corey? I can't wait for the 30 for 30 some years from now. She's a walking gold mine. VP, on this particular topic we're talking about now, Skip's remaining time on the clock began when Unc left. Also, the show was a joke. I don't want to listen to Lil Wayne take on athletes. How many phone books did he have to sit on so that camera could see them? If you watch Undisputed, you'll see his presence no longer felt really. Piers Johnson and Rachel be talking amongst each other and be leaving Skip out of it. Oh no, who else would cheer for the Cowboys? Skip is leaving because he can't keep a good magical guy to sit across from him. He should have left when A. Smith left. Well, he actually brought A. Smith to ESPN with him to do First Take, and then he bounced for more money on FS1. Skip made a bad move when he disrespected his partner. You can't have Abbott without Costello, Laurel without Hardy, and can't have Red Rose without his weed. You get my Lord. All right, Red, jump in, man. What your thoughts, bro?
Unfortunate to say, Coach is right. I am, and I'm a Skip Bayless fan, but I think I made this comment earlier this week. Skip's stubbornness and his refusal to evolve is probably the main reason for his downfall. Like Coach said, ratings definitely slipped once Shannon departed the show. You replaced them with Keyshawn. I don't really have no problem with Keyshawn. I can listen to Keyshawn, but Richard Sherman, no. Rachel Nichols, no. Paul Pierce, come on, man. They bringing that immature clown on the show for. I mean, it's just, Shannon was probably, I want to say he was definitely, he probably complimented Skip probably more than any other guy sitting across from him as far as their takes. I mean, Shannon could battle Skip to the T for every take he had. But like Coach said, and this is even when Shannon was on the show, most of their topics are the same and they stayed the same. And then you never evolved. You never really had guests on the show. It probably would have helped Skip out if he had a revolving door and not just had Keyshawn and Richard and Paul, maybe had different analysts each show like you do on. I remember on First Take before they settled with Stephen A. Smith, it was Skip and a different guy debating him on a different day. Maybe he should have tried that motto out since he went the Shannon route. I mean, Skip, it was your decision to get rid of Shannon. So if you're gonna get rid of the guy that everybody thought was the best co-host for you, you better have a plan B. Like they say, when you fire one coach, you better have another coach ready, or you're gonna end up be looking stupid. So Skip, if you're gonna get rid of Shannon, you better have somebody else worthy to take his place, or you're gonna end up looking stupid. And guess what? Now you're looking stupid. I'm not sure you were ready to leave Fox Sports 1, but they sure was ready for you to leave because they talking about they not even gonna cancel. They may not even cancel Undisputed, but you gonna be off the show. So it's obviously coincides with what someone said that you probably got fired. So yeah, they probably gonna go ahead and pay you off and move on. Maybe see if they can save this show. But what you're doing on Undisputed since Shannon left, what you've been doing since you came back, even though I don't mind listening to it because I'm such a fan and you and Keyshawn are fine, it's not working, dude. It's not working for the ratings. It's not working for the public. Like I say, like Coach said, the LeBron and the Dallas Cowboys every day, all day. Dude, folks get tired. You need to have some shows where you're not talking about LeBron, where you're not talking about the Cowboys. Okay, you got to mix it up. You got to evolve. Look at how we do on our show. We rarely, me, Coach Rev, all have our diehard teams. We don't come in. Coach don't come on here every show talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. You don't see Rev coming on here every show with a Mahomes jersey, Mahomes this, Mahomes that. You don't see me coming on here, Kobe this, Kobe that, Falcons this, Falcons that every show. You have to mix it up. You have to talk about a variety of topics to get a variety of people looking at your show. You want diversity in your audience, well, you need diversity on your show. And Skip, for whatever reason, failed to understand that and failed to see that. And that's the reason his old school stubborn ways are gonna send him to an early retirement. Skip, we appreciate what you did for Sports Talk on ESPN, on FS1, and pretty much are responsible for all these content creators and podcasts and sports talk things. But Skip, dude, you failed to evolve. Your stubbornness cost you, and now you're going into early retirement. We appreciate for this format you gave us all. But Skip, the time has passed you by, buddy. So we appreciate everything you've done for Sports Talk, but it's time to go home to I can't remember your wife's name, but to your wife and to your dog, and you can hang out with Lil Wayne at your penthouse. But yeah, Coach is right. Lil Wayne does not belong on your show, man. If you thought that was gonna keep the fans, dude, that's crazy. So like I said, I think I've said enough, but Skip, he's a victim of his own success.
All right, I'm gonna go to the comments before I share more. There are quite a few comments. Dante says, and another thing is his podcast and YouTube channel not drawing many viewers. Most of his videos are under 1,000. Skip has had a great career. Maybe it's time to ride off into the sunset. And well, I'll get to my comments, and I'm gonna play off what Dante just said. Skip left because he lacks articulation based on being unbiased. Armani says Shannon Sharpe brought that on the field perspective for football. And the way him and Shannon fell out was a very bad look for Skip Bayless. The way Skip came for Shannon, that one show was the beginning of the end for Skip Bayless. Skip thinks his credibility outweighs Shannon Sharpe's on the field experience. Winston says Skip knew he was cooked after him, and Shannon blew up, and then he clipped Shannon's monologue. It was eventually after. Joe says, I think he maybe felt after building SAS and Shannon, he felt he could do great with anyone. Anthony Court said maybe ran out of Botox. That role Skip has been the same literally since his days with SAS. Ironically, Skip inadvertently forced a split with two polarizing and articulate brothers. Those two brothers are currently thriving even more so than when they were with Skip. Skip has regressed. He will get a new gig calling cowgirl games. VP said the people have spoken. I love it. Dante says, yeah, Lil Wayne being on every Friday was all desperation. BB says, we appreciate you. I've been knowing of Skip since he would have his segments on the Tom Joyner Morning Show. Skip couldn't evolve. Now he has become extinct. Let me jump in. You all have made some great takes. Let me just talk about the Shannon angle. One of the things that a lot of the other guys who we brought on the show did not bring, that Shannon brought, was not just Shannon's playing ability. All of them had playing ability, but Shannon was an entertainer. That's the thing we missed about Shannon. Like Shannon used to bring the goat mask when he got to talk about LeBron. He was talking about, Hennessy and all of that stuff. And he had all those catchy one-liners that were very entertaining. So that's one of the main aspects that FS1's Undisputed is missing. Because going to what Dante was talking about, Skip's podcast, Skip alone is boring. If you look at that podcast, like Coach would say, I'd rather watch a documentary on dirt.
Exactly.
Skip needs, in order to thrive, he needs a protagonist to be so that he can be the antagonist. And he needs
Right.
an entertaining protagonist so that his being an antagonist can be magnified. Right? So when you got Shannon who knows his stuff, been a Hall of Famer, but is an entertainer, and he's strong on his convictions, that allows Skip to shine and be the antagonist because you got Shannon not just hollering about LeBron, but giving his facts about why he thinks LeBron is the GOAT. And then that allows Skip to come in being the antagonist and start talking about why MJ is the GOAT. So he doesn't he can only thrive if he has the right protagonist. And on ESPN, it was Stephen A. On FS1, it was Shannon Sharpe. There are only a few guys out here that can be what Skip needs the other person to be in order for him to shine. Skip also thought too highly of his ability. Because when he brings back the revamped version of Undisputed, he says, I can be the host. We don't need to bring anybody in. And that's not his role. He's not a good host. So he played himself because actually he undervalued himself to the show by just trying to be the host. So now he's talking less. When people want to hear his antagonistic views more, but he's letting Keyshawn Johnson, who's decent, but why would you bring Keyshawn in after he just got let go from the morning show in ESPN? Didn't make sense at all. Him, Jay Will, and Max Kellerman just lost their show on ESPN. Let's bring on Keyshawn Johnson. That didn't make absolutely any sense. Yes, Skip and Richard Sherman had their battle, but Richard Sherman can barely speak in good sentences, even though he's a Stanford graduate. I call him illiterate, and I'm sure he's bright. But when it comes to the camera, he does not spit out his facts and his takes in a formidable fashion. And then Paul Pierce, great player, but there's no entertainment value to what he has to say. So he just brought back the wrong crew, and all three of them together could not produce what Shannon Sharpe produced on his own when he countered Skip Bayless. So he overvalued himself when he came back on. He undervalued Shannon Sharpe. And here's the thing with Shannon is that the reason why First Take is hitting is because Shannon no longer is counting on the sports market to take care of him. He found his niche with Club Shay Shay. So he has actually diminished himself to a bit on First Take so that Stephen A can still be the man. Because that's not really his main revenue anymore. It's like Shannon has shifted, and I know this is not the topic, but I got to bring it out. Shannon has shifted to basically say, I get a paycheck from First Take. It's a viable show. Stephen A got some clout. I'm going to use First Take to get more viewership for my podcast, Club Shay Shay. Because I get money, and I get a ton of money. Thank you, Cat Williams, because of Club Shay Shay. I'm done with my take. What you think?
Mm-hmm. That's great take, Real. Yeah, I mean, we agree.
All right,
like I say, Skip. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to do the comments. The whole Skip built SAS and Shannon take is ridiculous. He allowed them on his platform, but their personalities built their persona. That's fair. That's a fair take. But Skip does get credit because he gave them the opportunity. He didn't build their personalities, but he did give them the opportunity. Skip forgot that this was entertainment. Yep. He just thought it was about sports. Armani says Sherman is very smart. He doesn't know how to articulate himself. Public speaking class would do him well. Facts. Jerry says maybe Skip should have Brett Favre on for some entertainment. That show be
Brett Favre.
Go ahead, Red.
Mike, I'm saying Skip.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Like say Skip. He just like Vincent said, he forgot this was entertainment. And you're right. Maybe he should have had a Brett Favre or some. Skip needed, if you're gonna let Shannon go, like I say, you need somebody else polarizing on the show. I mean, you need somebody big, like you say, Richard, Keyshawn, Paul Pierce, all three of them together, then equal Shannon Sharp and Skip. You might have thought of this little shrewd move. Why not give Max Kellerman a call once Stephen A. let him go? Why not give him another platform to get back on the show? I'm not saying it would have worked, but hey, I mean, you need to try something. Like you say, you forgot this was entertainment. You must have thought that listening to you talk about Cowboys and LeBron was the entertainment factor. Who you think you are? You think you me and Rev? You think just talking about something brings out ultimate entertainment? No, that's what we do. I'm just playing out. But but I'm saying, yeah, Skip did definitely forgot it was entertainment, man. Skip, you can't be like me, Rev, and Coach, okay? Us talking along brings out entertainment. You actually need somebody to battle you back and forth, okay? You need a protagonist, like Rev said, to your antagonist, because you just antagonizing Keyshawn, Richard, Rachel, and Paul on a daily basis. No, it was Skip. You're right. It was Skip and Shannon undisputed, not just Shannon undisputed. And the fact, like you say, Rev, the fact he came back and tried to host the show, you didn't even bring the what's my girl, the New Orleans girl, I don't forgot her name, but the little moderator that you had, Jenny Taft, not Jenny Taft, but the other one. You didn't even bring her back. So, dude, you really was full of yourself if you thought you could debate the topics and moderate the show too. So, it seems like we got some more comments, Rev. Go ahead and read.
Tanya Harder could have brought some entertainment.
Not Tanya Harder.
I'm saying, anybody, he can chose.
Now, actually, Anthony Corey brought out a good name. He was laughing with it, but this is the type of personality Red was talking about with being polarizing. A Draymond Green, he would need that. You know, somebody who he can argue with and who's not going to back down and say some provocative stuff, you know, and have them going at each other. Because that's what Skip is. Like, Skip made his living off being hated, being the villain. And he didn't have anybody there that could help him be a great villain. You know?
Right. There you go, Real. There you go. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah. Armani, his Cat Williams podcast made him more money, he said, than he ever made in the NFL. That's wild. Yep. That man had 12 million views. Dante said Jen Hale, Red.
Yeah, Jen Hale. That's my girl right there. I can't believe he didn't bring her back.
All right, gentlemen. Let's close out the first half with this predictions. MLB predictions. We're about to get ready to do our Braves report. We know that we've already started the second half. Game started yesterday, even though the Braves were rained out. They play a doubleheader today, and I'll just stop on that so I won't get accused of going into the Braves report. We know that we have in the AL, the Baltimore Orioles are top the American League by 1 game over the New York Yankees. In the Central Division, Cleveland is up 5 games over Minnesota. In the Western Division, the Houston Astros have come back from 10 games down to be in tie with the Seattle Mariners. Then in the National League East, you got Philadelphia got a nice lead over the Braves, 8 games. Milwaukee has a 4.5 game lead over St. Louis, and the Dodgers have a 7-game lead over the Arizona Diamondbacks. So what say you about the predictions? Give us, we don't want wild card. I need your NL, AL championship matchups and who's in your World Series.
Ooh.
What you got?
Who we starting with?
Go ahead, Red.
Okay. Well, Rev, I think the AL is gonna be a little bit more feistier going down the stretch than the NL. I think the NL teams, we can pretty much identify who's gonna come out of there. But the AL, man, well, you got so many good teams. They're gonna have more battles going down the stretch as far as division and wild card. What I see coming out, these Astros, boy, they just won't go. What'd you say?
For your two teams.
Oh, okay, just okay. So you just want me to two teams vying for the World Series? Okay, all right, so, yeah, because I'll be talking for me. All right, who I think gonna be the final four? Man, I tell you, this is gonna be tricky. But I'm gonna go out on a feeling. Astros, y'all fought a good fight, but it's time for some new blood. I'm gonna say Baltimore and Cleveland will battle it out for the AFC crown. I know the Yankees are up, but the Yankees, y'all been struggling lately, man. After this last month, y'all don't have, man. Please. All that luster y'all had at the beginning of the season has kind of waned down now. Y'all make the wild card, but Baltimore, I think they got a little bit momentum right now. So I think Baltimore and them Indians, who just always stay relevant for some reason. Every time we think the Indians are gonna be rebuilding, they got a young club. All the guys, the money guys, they don't let get away. They farm system just keep producing and producing pitchers and position players. So we're of course with the third baseman leading the way. Jose, Mr. Uppercut Ramirez. So Baltimore and Cleveland, I see vying for the American League, and I'm gonna go with Baltimore coming out the American League with all these young guys and Corbin Burns leading that pitching staff. I think it's time for them boys to go ahead and make a World Series run. And now for the National League, I'll be quick. I'm gonna give Coach some time. For the National League, nope on the Dodgers. No, I have seen enough. This choking team. I planned to clown them last week when they couldn't even win a game when they let the Phillies just come to LA and beat them down. Thanks a lot, Dodgers. Y'all look good for nothing. Milwaukee's doing their thing. Philly, of course, their thing. Rev, I might be a little biased. I think you know where I'm going. The two teams that's gonna battle it out for the National League. Well, I'll tell you this: the two teams that's gonna battle out for the National League, Rev and I are sitting locally where the two teams gonna battle out at. I'm sitting in Atlanta. Rev, you sitting in Coatesville. That's right, baby. I think it's gonna be us and it's gonna be Philly that's gonna battle it out for the National League. It's gonna be an NL East, NLCS. And boy, the way the Braves been playing Philly this year, Rev, I think the pitching might finally come through for us. I think our pitching can get to these guys. And you see, they ain't nothing but choke artists anyway. You see, they let the Pittsburgh Pirates come back on them last night. And they really been, if you really pay attention to them, Philly, even though they got a good lead, they be choking some games away. They be playing a little down till they come there. I mean, they got swept by the Oakland A's or lost 2 or 3.
They didn't get swept. They lost 2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 or 3 to the Oakland A's. So don't trust Philly all the way. And that's being said, if you're not going to trust them all the way, who can get them? A team that knows them very well. A team that also beat them 2 or 3 about a week ago. I think the Braves, once again, no Acuna. This is going to be, I hope this don't become a tradition now. But Braves, I know I'm a little biased, but we're probably going to come out. We'll beat Philly and come out and we'll play the Braves versus the Orioles for the 2024 World Series. Do I have to get a winner?
No, not right now.
Okay, all right. So it'll be the Braves and the Orioles vying for it all. That's my prediction right now. I know I'm a little biased. You might call me a homer, but it is what it is. My team is a good team, so it's not too much of a homer because we got a chance. I'm about to get into the Braves report. Hey, Ray, you're right. Let me say something about the Braves report. I'll tell y'all why when we get to the Braves report.
Now, the only thing, Red, that can punch a hole in your prediction is if the Phillies get the top record and the Braves get the wild card, they'll play earlier than NL Championship Series. And that's what it's looking like right now. Because if the Braves win their first round matchup in the wild card, then they would play the Phillies in the divisional round. So the only way that can happen is if the Dodgers or another team gets first place overall, or the Braves get the second wild card spot or the third wild card spot. Because the worst. Yeah, so I just want to throw that out there. Coach, what you got?
Baltimore Yankees, Dodgers, Braves.
Why Baltimore Yankees?
Baltimore is a hot team. I think they can maintain throughout the year. The Yankees are a pitcher away from going on and doing anything. They got the hidden. They got to get Anthony Rizzo, my Nizzo, healthy. The young man Ben Rice is playing first, but he trying to make a little something noise. But the Dodgers, I think in some ways are playing possum because you ain't got Mookie right now, and their pitching staff is getting healthy one player at a time. And Shohei is hitting like he won the MVP in another league again. Nobody stopping him, ain't nobody beating him. So, and then the Braves they need to be right behind the Phillies. Stay there. So when they get ready to play them, you already got a game, some serious unfair. You can do to them what they did to you last year. And side note, and I just heard this and I agree. Why are people calling this the second half of the season? It ain't but 60 more games. Why they say the second half? I know it's behind the All-Star game. We done played 90-something games already. That's over half the season, though. It's the second part of the season. I'll say that just for fun. But yeah, those are my teams. That's gonna be the one. And World Series, Baltimore and the Braves, a BB series. Baltimore and the Braves.
All right.
Now, I would have to have tension with you all talking about the Braves. I think we need to see what they do during the trade deadline. Yeah. Because as I stated during another show, I don't see them going to World Series if you got Adam Duvall start or Eddie Rosario start. That ain't happening. I think the difference that they have this year that they didn't have last year is they do have pitching, as long as they stay healthy. And they can go 3 games deep, 3 to 4 games deep with the pitching that they have now. Because right now they could throw out Sale, Lopez, and Max Fried, and that's a solid 3 for a first round matchup. I think those would be the 3 that they would throw out there. And then, they got a strong bullpen. So I don't know. I'm not going to give my prediction because I don't really watch any other teams besides the Braves. So I won't be giving a real informative perspective. But I know the Orioles are doing exceptionally well. What's that dude's name? Gunnar, what's his name?
Gunnar Henderson.
Henderson, yeah. He's a bad boy. I have gotten some clips from the Orioles.
That catcher, Adley Rutschman, he was the number 1 pick. They got a lot of young. And guess what, Rev? They still got, I think the Orioles had a high draft pick this past season. They still got a few more high draft picks left. And the farm system. So all them years of being sorry is now starting to pay off for them.
And if the Orioles are smart, they should take a page out of the Braves playbook and start paying those young guys now. Don't wait for them to run out of time.
Right. Don't wait for them to get the free agency, then they leave you for the Yankees and you send that looking stupid.
Right. Sign those long-term deals now. That's what you do.
Gunnar Henderson, go ahead and give him that $200 million now. Might as well.
Yeah. Coach, you have one thing you want to say before we go to halftime?
And that one kid who is funny, his name is the name of my former auto dealer that I dealt with, Santander. I don't know if he related to him, but yeah, he had 25 home runs. They hit the ball like
I know you're talking about Salander.
There.
Yeah, he went deep twice last night, Coach.
They hit like they ain't got no fear of anybody. So
Yeah,
Bob,
like that, Red. They hit like us last year. They the Braves. They the 2023 Braves of this year.
Yeah.
now pitching wise, so they okay. They hold it down, but hitting hard to beat.
All right, Winston said the Yankees looking into a pitching trade. Then we going to get the pennant this year. All right, we'll see.
Not after that June you had. I swear y'all only won what 4 or 5 games in June.
All right.
It lost 2 or 3 to us after you were talking all that trash.
All right, gentlemen, it's officially halftime of the Red and Rev Sports Show. We gave you some good WNBA talk.
Chop with
some good skipping planning talk. We just did a little bit of MLB predictions on the other side. We got some Braves report. Also, we got some football to talk about and a little bit more basketball. We'll be right back for the second half of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And we're back for the second half of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Thank you, Rev Night Nation, for tuning in with us and also sharing your comments. You all help make this show what it is. And also, we want to encourage you to share the broadcast. Let somebody know what you're watching on today. So be so kind. Hit that share button, and we will greatly appreciate the sharing love. Let's see here. Winston had a comment for you, Red. Don't worry about it, Red. We'll get further than y'all. That's for sure. All right, we'll see.
Y'all play us.
Anthony Corey going back says Sar sold his talents to Bronny.
Oh Lord. No.
All right, gentlemen. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Y'all know how we do it. It is time for the Braves report. Red, we're going to cue you up. And after this little intro, it's all eyes on you as you do the Braves report. So it's coming in 3, 2, 1.
It's game time. It's GT.
That's right, baby. Chop, chop, chop. Well, man, time for the second half to begin. It was an up and down first half on the Braves. Some offensive inconsistency, but hey, from as inconsistent as the bats was, the pitching was very consistent. So, but what went on this week? I get to that in a minute. The Braves, well, we had another draft, and we drafted the relative of a former player. You remember Ken Caminiti? Well, we got his cousin on the team, old Cam Caminiti. And boy, was that a steal in the draft. The highest rated high school prospect, fell to number 24. You knew Alex wasn't finna let that guy get by. I mean, one thing we know about Alex is he loved pitching. Probably loved pitching more than position players. But man, some of them pitchers he don't drafted in the past few years have leaving a lot to be desired. Even though Spencer is coming on kind of slowly, and Hurst and Waltrip still might have some talent left, even though his first few starts, and we still got Owen Wilson coming up, so we might be okay in the pitching department. But add Cam Caminiti right there, and our pitching farm system might be a little higher now. So I kind of like that move right there by Alex. But anyway, like I was saying, the Braves finished the first half with the best pitching in the entire major league. That's right. As good as the hitting was last year, the pitching has been just as good this year, and it's been saving our what, because the bats, if the bats were inconsistent and the pitching was just middle of the road, Braves wouldn't be nowhere right now. But thankfully, if one thing doesn't have us at the top of the league, it's the other side that have us at the top of the league. And also, let me mention so far that the Braves have yielded the least amount of runs in the entire Major League Baseball. That's right, have given up the fewest runs in Major League Baseball. Have yielded the fewest home runs in Major League Baseball. So that's good, Braves. We pitching. We're not letting the ball go. We're not letting the ball go out of the park. We're not giving up many runs. We lead the league in shutouts. Well, I think we tied for the league in shutouts with 11. Like I say, we have a Cy Young Award prospect. Man, we might have 2 or 3 Cy Young prospects. We definitely had 3 All-Stars. That's right. Braves had 3 All-Star starters in the All-Star game. Chris Sale is definitely a National League Cy Young candidate. We'll see at the end of the season where Lopez and Free end up. Also, we have a National League MVP candidate in Marcell Ozuna. So those are the things that's working for our Braves right now. Those are the things that we're going to ride hard in the second half to get us where we need to be. Now, hopefully the bats wake up a little bit more and get a little bit more consistent. But with this pitching right here, all the Braves have to do is just make the playoffs with these 3 studs right here. That's all. When you make the playoffs in baseball, this is how you win. This is what they don't really tell you. When you make the playoffs in baseball, all you really need is 3 good pitchers. 3 good pitchers and some timely hitting. You never know what time you're going to get it, but as long as you get the timely hitting, everything's all good. We got the timely hitting in 2021. Can we get it again? Well, we know we got the pitching staff, so all we need to do is just follow suit, baby. I'm not sure what coach is going to add to this, but the Braves, I hate for Ron Acuna's injury to start becoming tradition when we start making these little runs. But hey, it is what it is. One injury don't hold us back. No matter who it is, one injury doesn't stop this party. Now, of course, we need to see what Alex does at the trade deadline, but he's Alex, so you know he's going to do something. I wouldn't be surprised if a deal came down today, but definitely in the next 2 or 3 weeks before the trade deadline passes. So, Braves, good job. I'm sure we prefer you to be leading the division and probably have the best record in baseball like last year. But hey, it is what it is, baby. As long as you won the top teams and we winning, it's all good. Because for the playoffs start, as long as we got that pitching, as long as the bats give us a little something, we will be ready to make another run. So chop on, Braves. Go Braves. Whoa, whoa. That's for them Philly fans watching. Are you watching, Miss Dana? Are you watching, Wallace? Let me give it to you one more time. Oh, I know Rev gonna give it to you every day, but let me give it to you. Whoa, whoa.
All right, 2 quick things to follow up with what you said before I turn it to Coach. One, the Braves have Lopez under team control up until 2027.
Oh, the pitcher, Ronaldo Lopez?
Yeah, they got him for 2024, 2025, 2026. They have a club option on him in 2027. He can become an unrestricted free agent in 2028.
Wow. I didn't know we had him locked up like this. Okay. All right, Alex. That's it. Alex be doing these things, man.
The other thing is, if the Braves make another run and wind up winning the World Series, then And what that does is it lowers Ronald Acuna Jr.'s value. And then there's a great chance that the Braves won't re-sign for an astronomical amount of money.
Yeah, no
having won 2 World Series without him. So the Braves win another World Series without him. Ronald Acuna's value in Atlanta goes down, where he may have to get a major contract somewhere else because the Braves could say, look, we won 2 World Series without you. So Ronald Acuna Jr. might want to hope that the Braves don't go too far again without him. Go ahead, Coach. What do you want to add?
Every time I look at the Braves, I just wonder, and it's not just them, I guess. I look at them more than anything else. When you see that your team is not bombs away like they were last year, why don't we do sacrifice bunts or small ball? I don't understand that. I think that'll win you more games if you just try. Just see how it works. If it don't work, you go back to bombs away. But dog, I've seen too many times where that's at 10th inning, man on second base, no outs. Bunt him over, he's at third, fly ball, win the game, stuff like that. I mean, that's simple stuff. I don't know why they don't do it. It's odd, but Red and Rev, I know y'all gonna be kind of upset today because for the doubleheader, the Braves good battery going out there for both games. Charlie Moe and Bryce Elder. They gonna keep.
Well.
Oh, God, are you serious?
Yeah.
Might be 2 L's.
God.
So we got to become a Pittsburgh Pirates fan tonight. That's about the best chance the Braves can win. hoping the Phillies lose.
Yeah, I just have to look at that. I saw that. I said, okay, who the Braves got pitching? I said, Bryce Elder and Charlie Moe. I said, yes, we gonna be in good shape.
Well, to your point, Coach, Jerry Martin posted what you said right before you said it. Brian Snitker better get the small game going and win as many as possible. They do not have that lineup that AA put together where you got power 1 through 9. So now, you got to play what they would call fundamental baseball.
Yeah.
That's bunting people over, playing small ball. Horace has a question: how you feel about trading for Jazz Chisholm, Randy Arozarena? Arozarena.
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'll definitely take Randy Arozarena hard because I traded him to the Braves on MLB The Show already. So I'll definitely take him in real life on the team. And as far as the other guy, him too. Yeah, we can get either one of those guys. That'd be good.
Go ahead, Coach.
Go back. I mean, you take a lineup. Okay, you could potentially have an outfield of Arozarena, Kalenic, and Michael Harris. Because people keep forgetting Michael Harris is coming back soon. So you got a pretty decent lineup out there. That's going to be way better than Eddie Rosario, Jared Kalenic, and what's his name? Alan Duvall. Yeah, so they got to make some kind of move before the All-Star break. If I was them, I would drive right up to Chicago. Garrett Crochet, pitcher for the Chicago White Sox. Talk to him now. That boy struck out 150 people. He got a 6-6 record. The team can't hit, and they're sellers. The White Sox are sellers. You can get him for a decent price. You may have to give up a minor league and maybe another play, but you better try to go out and get that dude. That dude can pitch, and he eats up innings too.
What about a bat?
Arozarena, you just said it. That right there.
Okay, so you with that move? Okay, cool.
All right. Jerry says, let's go. All right.
Hey, Paul Skeens is the truth.
Oh, yeah. Did we talk about how the Pittsburgh Pirates manager took him out after he had 7 innings of no-hit ball?
No. I don't think.
Yeah, his last start, man, he had right before the All-Star break, he had a no-hitter in 7 innings, and the manager took him out. Unbelievable.
It
All
gets a
right,
little too protective, man.
for sure. It's all about that Steven Strasburg syndrome.
Yeah, they worried about that.
They're too worried
Pitching too
about it.
many innings, and that kid can
He,
hold up.
he just had a brittle body. He was hurt from the beginning. So,
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, let's jump into the five. If VP weren't on the plane, he would say Q Lunas. So let's do that so that we can carry out what the VP would normally say during this particular moment. All right, gentlemen, we got 5 topics. This is the period where my 2 capable co-hosts have 1 minute to discuss their thoughts on a particular topic, 45 seconds, single screen. Then if they go to 45, they can go group screen for 15 more seconds. Anything after that minute, they'll get muted. Feel free to type in your comments, what you have to say about that particular topic, and we'll be happy to talk about your comments after the guys get to talk about it. And then if there's any time left, I'll share my 2 cents. All right, let's do this. Here we go. We're starting off with Brandon Ayuk. He requests a trade away from the San Francisco 49ers. What says you, Red? Go.
oh, my bad, y'all. Brandon, you request the trade. I hope Brandon doesn't get. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope Brandon is not a Shanahan creation, and he's really good and just not a product of Kyle Shanahan's offense. Because if he goes to one of these teams, and he's not as productive, then that's what he's gonna get labeled as. So, but we'll see. He definitely wants out. He definitely thinks he can make a bigger impact. Man, I wonder would the Chiefs look at him, or I'm trying to think of another team that needs maybe some receiver. Y'all can forget the Falcons. Falcons are not gonna pay this guy after they just paid Kirk Cousins. You gotta still pay AJ Terrell, and you got other contracts upcoming. I doubt the Falcons are gonna look at Brandon Ayuk. But there is a market for him. We just got to see what team is gonna step up and go after him. But this is definitely seem to be boiling over, and we might have reached the point of no return.
Coach, what says you?
It's 2 people gunning for. When I can say gunning for him, they're looking at him real hard. That's the Steelers in Washington, and Washington got an advantage because him and Jaden Daniels are pretty close. And if he gets to that team, that could help them big time. The Steelers are looking for another receiver to help their offense big time. So one of those 2 are going to be in the bidding for him. If San Francisco is serious about letting him go, I've heard they're not going to let him go. So we'll see what happens, how they go forward with the trade demand.
All right, let's see what Night Nation
I can
has.
definitely see the Washington team.
Here are the comments. VP said Q Linux. Worrying is a sin. R says HE double hockey sticks. You get to the World Series, then you need to think about trading. Okay, that's from baseball. All right, that's a fair point, Hart. Q the Lunas. I hope Brandon winds in Pittsburgh. Lynch is saving money for Purdy. This is going to hurt considering Debo stays hurt.
Right.
Yeah, this is when owners can control what they want to pay Ayuk instead of overpaying him. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And I don't think they're going to let Ayuk go this year because they know to try to be able to compete for a Super Bowl, they need him on the other side of Debo. They already know Debo is injury prone as well. Kittle is starting to age a little bit, so they need that young gun. But the Brock Purdy contract looming over their head coming next year, that's really affecting Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk is saying he believes. If he says if Washington gets him, he can help the young QB Daniels. He may get a tender or something. This would be interesting. I'm not worried about the Super Bowl as long as Kyle is the head coach.
Wait a minute,
All right.
Red. Vincent said he's gonna get a tender. You want what, a young tender? That's gonna help him. BP.
All right. On a sad note, Terrell Davis gets arrested on United Airlines, the Hall of Famer, 2-time Super Bowl champion, as a running back for the Broncos, gets in some trouble. All right, Coach, what are your thoughts on Terrell Davis getting arrested?
I heard Davis say his side, and really, you look at it, it was something that was totally should have been handled right there. It wasn't anything where the FBI had to come on there and cuff the man. It was something with his son, and it was something that, I mean, the lady talking about "don't touch me" or something or whatever she said. I'm like, come on, lady, this man trying to get to where he's going. He didn't physically harm you or anything. You made a big deal out, blew it up, made Davis seem like a criminal or something. I think he's gonna get something from United Airlines, and I know he don't want frequent flyer miles either.
Red, what you got?
Well, thanks, Coach, because at first I thought this was a bail flight attendant who I was finna roast completely, running up to the cockpit like a little tattletale. I was finna go into this guy hard. But okay, it was a lady. Well, that like slows me down a little bit. But still, I mean, what did Terrell Davis say to you that got you that upset that you running up to the cockpit, telling on somebody, and then he don't even know what's going on until after the flight stops. And they say, you got handcuffs on him. Man, this is ridiculous. I mean, wife and his kids on the plane. It was that serious, ma'am. That serious? If it was that serious, then we need to have her interviewed so we can find out exactly what prompted her to do that. Well, why weren't the cameras and interviewers in her face? Nah, she just get to ruin the guy's flight, possibly ruin his life, and she just gets to disappear into the wind. No, I want to know exactly what was said and exactly what made you go up there to the cockpit and get the authorities to embarrass this man like this.
Red, I apologize. It was a male. I'm sorry.
Oh, see? Coach, you ruined my...
I thought it was when they talking about he tapped in and the guy said, "Don't hit me." I thought it was a female that said, "Don't hit me," but it was a male.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. This guy, you coming off like a little softy right now, and I want to use another word, but dude, what the F, man? Come on, you running up to the cockpit like a little schoolgirl, tattletaling. Hey, Terrell Davis checked me. He said something, man. Get out of here, dude. I would have closed that cockpit door and ignored your butt.
We got to see what Reverend Knight Nation's saying before we
start.
All right, Kyle Shanahan will be gone in 2 years. Terrell Davis better call Saul.
Yeah.
Davis touched her arm to ask for ice for his son. United Airlines has apologized. That was some, all right. Another scary black man shake my head. All right, now that you know it was a man, Red, go ahead. You got 30 seconds.
Yeah, I pretty much said, like, dude, what kind of softy are you running up there telling the guy? If you got a problem with him, just tell him, like, dude, don't grab my arm like that. I'm here to serve everybody. Give me a chance, and I'll get to you and your son. But, dude, it was that serious. You had to run up to the cockpit telling on somebody so they can make another scene and have another black man looking like this. Like I say, I need to hear from the female flight attendant, and I think we should have heard from this male flight attendant. Don't let these accusers disappear into the wind. If it's really that serious, come on TV and tell us why it was that serious. So if it's some beat.
On to the next topic, Red. All right, you got 1 minute and 30 seconds on that one. All right, here we go. On to the next topic. Training camp opens. Will the Chiefs repeat? What do you got, Red? Go.
Even though I wouldn't mind it because I like Patrick Mahomes. He's not a bad guy. You know who I don't like? Britney. But I'll say no, only because you kind of want some new blood. You don't want folks to really start become haters of the Chiefs. And if they three-peat, real boy, you gonna have some haters coming out the woodwork. One thing we know is that when teams and players win a lot, they become haters. They get haters. I'm sure Brady was well liked until he got them 3 Super Bowl rings and kept winning them all. Then what did everybody say? I'm tired of Brady every year. I'm sick of Belichick. Man, eventually, if the Chiefs do this, you're going to have folks saying, I'm tired of Patrick. I'm tired. Well, I'm saying I'm tired of Brittany. I'm tired of Andy Reid. I'm tired of the Chiefs. And I don't want to get to that level, but hey, you win. That's what happens in sport. Folks won't lose blood, but hey, it is what it is. Great players and great teams do great things.
You mean Taylor?
Oh, tied up too. Now I'm talking about Brittany, Patrick White.
Oh, Patrick White. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
Coach.
I'm going to say quietly no, because I think that a lot of teams are gearing up to beat the Chiefs. And the only thing I was reading, I say no is because of the Chiefs wideout situation. I know they got Hollywood Brown, but Rashee Rice might not be playing. They'll still know his situation. Worthy did good in college, but produce on the field with all that 4.1 speed and all that. I think it's a couple of variables. I say by a slim margin, they gonna get picked off in the playoffs by a slim margin.
Who's picking them off?
Baltimore or
Don't say it.
I ain't gonna say
No.
everybody want to talk about the Jets. I don't care about the Jets. Everybody's saying, oh, the Jets got Aaron Rodgers, they're gonna be so great. No.
All right, Coach, you had your chance. Your time is up. All right, here we go. Let's see if Reverend Knight Nature had anything to say.
I thought you were gonna say Pittsburgh.
All right. There's more talk. It was a setup for a lawsuit talking about Terrell. Terrell needs to go to Club Shay Shay. The flight attendant is paying. The P is not pumped. Jerry said no. BP said bar injuries, yes, they more than likely will. If my Niners are there, Mahomes will get another easy dub. Watch out for those up and coming Texans, though. Armani says Chiefs have a 70% chance of three-peating. Mine said they got Baby Goat, not much you can do. Anthony Corey said no, because by 3 games, Cousins will be hurt and Phoenix will come in on a white horse like Vic and the Falcons will win it all without T, who want to be called wide receivers. Jerry says, but they will win more as long as Patrick Mahomes is their quarterback. Jerry says Cincinnati got it. BP says, as long as Mahomes has Kelsey Swift, they will remain a formidable force and likely repeat. Taylor Swift will break up the football player who is now known as Taylor Swift. Boyfriend, they will lose. Listen, as long as Patrick Mahomes stays healthy, they will three-peat. That's the only thing that's stopping them. Coach is talking about their wide receiver situation. Their wide receiver situation was worse last year than it is this year, and they still won. They now can go back to the Tyreek Hill years because they got deep threats. They were playing small ball. They literally won a world championship in a different fashion. They went deep ball, the first championship with Tyreek Hill. Then they go deep and dunk with this crew when you got, a bunch of receivers that are trash. Rashee Rice did come on, but they've improved. They got Hollywood, who's a solid player. They don't need him to be a Hall of Famer. They don't need even him to be an All-Pro. They just need him to catch the ball. That was part of the problem last year. They just need a receivers who can catch. So, Coach, how dare you spend 1 minute of my time in my life talking about the Kansas City Chiefs receivers when they've gotten better receivers. They drafted a receiver. They got guys who can go deep, and they played small ball last year. Come on, Coach Rather. You will not insult the Reverend Rev Sports Show intelligence and Reverend Night Nation's intelligence with that poor tape. Stop it, I say. And the reason why they're going to three-peat is because right after they got the repeat, Pat Mahomes was already thinking about the three-peat. And the champagne had not even gotten wet on him yet. So that man is determined to do what no other quarterback in NFL history has done. Y'all keep talking about, not y'all two, but just in general, y'all keep talking about Tom Brady being the best to ever do it. Patrick Mahomes says, I'm about to do something that Tom Brady has never done. You don't have to wait until I win 7 rings. I'm going to win 4 rings and call it a day. Start calling me not the baby goat, but call me the GOAT.
Rev, I tell you what, if the Chiefs three-peat this year, I leave the show.
You might not want to say that, Coach.
I can say it with all conviction.
Don't say that, Coach.
Rev, if the Chiefs win this year, I'll leave the show.
Do something else. Do something else.
You ain't hear what I said. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, I'll lead the show in 2035 like Charles Barkley.
You say you'll lead the show.
Lead in 2035.
So he said in 2035.
Okay, all right. Because I was about to say, we're going to start having auditions for Reverend Night Nation.
I was about to say, yeah, Coach, we going to start having some auditions.
Yeah, we have some auditions.
Wait a minute, you didn't say it, Rev. Oh, now it can't be true because you didn't say what you used to say. When you talk about what I used to say, you didn't say it. I'm waiting on it.
What's that?
Book it.
Yeah, book it. Yeah, for sure. All right. Yes, sir. Book it. 3-peat. Book it. Yes, sir.
Book it. Coach ain't going nowhere, y'all.
BP said Coach Pat has proved he can win with that trash receiving core. Armani said, didn't they draft Xavier Worthy from Texas? That kid's fast. They did. Armani said to me, Mahomes is already better than Brady. I agree. Jerry said, don't do it, Coach. Anthony Corey said, I coached a badminton team once. Couldn't be the new coach. I couldn't be the new coach. Jerry said, Armani Newsom, Mahomes is special. He will probably help Kansas City win at least 3 more championships. Yeah. So Red, you might as well get the folk ready to be antagonistic for the rest of Mahomes' career. The difference between the Mahomes Chiefs teams and the Brady team is Mahomes is a little bit more likable than Brady. Brady can come off sometimes insincere, and then sometimes he can come off like the rich white boy. Mahomes is just real even keel, fun, and then he does tricks with he's like a showman as a quarterback. So I think people still like him, but folks could get tired of them. They could. All right, on to the next topic. And by the way, Mahomes didn't cheat. Great follow-up right there, Armani. Mahomes didn't get caught. They all cheated. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Speaking of Brady, Theo claims Brady sabotaged him from joining the Bucs. What says you, Coach? Go.
Anything T.O. is involved in is usually fabricated, speculated, or whatever. I don't listen to T.O. anymore. He sounds like a guy that is so disappointed that he's not in the NFL anymore. He'll say anything just to get back in the public spotlight. I don't care if it is true. I don't trust T.O. for nothing in the world. He's a bitter.
All right, Red, what you got, Red? Go. Oh, Red left, and Coach got frozen.
I got frozen?
Yeah, you were frozen for a second.
Oh, like I said, T.O. is a joke. He just needs to try to get back in the NFL spotlight. I don't want to listen to him.
I'm going to say if Tom Brady did sabotage him, good for him. Why do you want that nonsense on the team? When the play no longer is on the same wavelength as the trouble, then there's no need to bring him on. So I'm all for Tom Brady doing what he did because T.O. brought no value to the Bucs, and you see the Bucs won a ring without him. So I'm all good with that. That's my take. Let's see what Reverend Knight Nation has to say. VP said, I just figured out T.O. was that flight attendant that got Terrell arrested. Jerry said, T.O., please just stay retired. Nothing to see here with this 4.49 40-yard dash. The VP said, TD, I made a fraudulent Jerome J. slip.
Oh, Lord.
All right, Red is back. Go, Red.
My bad, y'all. I guess I got one of those.
Just go ahead, man. Get your take. Don't worry about it. Go.
Okay, T.O. Slams Brady. T.O. still whining, always crying. You did it when you were playing. You're doing it in retirement. T.O., just stop complaining and crying about things, man. Okay, you are a Hall of Fame receiver. So what, Brady didn't want you to join the Bucs, dude? You were retired. You've been retired. Enjoy your retirement and stop coming up with things to cry and whine and complain about, man. Come on now. Looking bad now, dude. You still doing this stuff? Come on.
All right. Anthony Corey said T.O. will be the star in the football victory coming up. Brady will be his quarterback. All right, on to the last topic for our 5 for 5. And this is the one that Red alluded to during an earlier segment, his Cope segment. Westbrook gets traded to the Utah Jazz. And it's believed that the Utah Jazz will cut him and the Denver Nuggets will get him after he clears waivers. Red, it's on you first. What you say?
Oh, well, another team moving on from Russell Westbrook. But I mean, another team close to moving on from. I guess, Westbrook is still playing. He's still finding contending teams to join. So, I mean, you can't really poo-poo it because, I mean, the dude is still relevant by that factor. But he's definitely getting to the end of his career. He's definitely on his last days. Denver might be his final stop. I mean, once he's done over there, I don't see too many other teams looking at him. But who knows? You never know. You know, the Hawks are always around. You know, they like to bring stars in when they pass their prime. So maybe the Hawks will give him a look after the Denver days over with. But he has a chance to win with Denver. We'll see how it plays out. I'm pretty sure he can add something, some energy off the bench. You know, Murray and Jokic are the guys there, so he'll probably add something off the bench to get all these young guys some energy.
Coach, what you got? Go.
I noticed that ain't nobody talking about Chris Paul. Oh, no, let me stop. No, I mean, it depends on the fit. Like I said earlier, the fit is Westbrook has to come in and accommodate himself to Denver style of play. Now, is he going to be Caldwell Pope? Caldwell Pope had a different mind. He could shoot the three. Westbrook going to bring another guy that could help them because they need bench players right now. Their bench is awful for Denver. And they need somebody like him to come in with that second unit and push the team because they got nothing. Braun, whatever that guy's name, you let it go of Brown, you let go of Jeff Green. You got to rebuild some people to help if somebody gets hurt. Because Murray, he's gotten hurt the last couple of years, not a lot, but still, you got to have somebody to help out. But he's going to help them, I think, if he accommodates himself to what they're doing.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see what Reverend Knight Nation is saying about Westbrook and Denver. Anthony VP says Russell and Coach change jersey more times than the Academy Awards. Oh, Anthony Corey said good move for Denver. Has any three players moved more than Harden, KD, Westbrook? Jerry said maybe Westbrook becomes a six-man award winner if he ends up in Denver. Mine says teams just taking turns. VP Coach.
Oh, man, that's crazy, man.
Westbrook square peg, Denver Nuggets round hole. Jerry says you own us up the Red Rolls. The Hawks should consider signing Westbrook.
They probably will want to leave Denver.
Alexis Hill, first comment of the day. They need Westbrook for depth and leadership. That's going to be interesting. All right. I'm going to turn the music off. I just want to say this. Unless Westbrook can shoot the three-point shot, I don't see much value for him in Denver. He is a guy who needs the ball. You got Jamal Murray. Did I freeze?
Yep.
All right, I'll keep talking if you can still hear me.
I can hear you, though.
All right, y'all just keep hearing me then. You got Jokic, who can handle the ball, Murray, who can handle the ball. They lose KCP. I think, excuse me for just saying the kid from Kansas, the white kid from Kansas probably be plugged in to play that shooting guard position. And then you got Russ, and he'll probably be the backup point guard. So the only way I can see him really doing something of any significance is if they allow him to run the second unit and he's able to play more of a ball-dominant position with the second unit. That's probably where they could use him. But I don't see him playing a lot of minutes with Jamal Murray as well as Jokic because his skill set is not suited to play with guys who can score like they score and do what they do. So that's my take. I'm going to try to get unfrozen real quickly. I'll be right back. Go, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. That's going on from our 5 for 5. We finished 5 topics. All right. Now.
Well, Coach, you want to put a final word on it since it's your boy?
It's just a simple fact that he has to do fit into their offense. His style of getting up and down that court is not going. Jokic's not going to go for that because Jokic's going to take his time and move the ball up. Now Jokic get an outlet pass or something, or they'll throw a few alley-oops. But if he fits to their style, he helps them as another player. But he can't run them down the court with those guys because they have a set offense in mind already. So if he fits, it's going to be tough for the league. If he can fit in and take his time and try to get some form of what he used to be as far as a best rebounding guard and playing within their offense, who knows?
He's gonna bring some energy now. Like I said, especially when Jokic and Murray go to the bench, he gonna have them young guys on that second team pumped up and ready to go. Because I don't see any of them young guys coming on that court playing with Westbrook, and you don't bring that energy because he's gonna be right up in your butt. Like, come on, boy, you see me out here doing this? Get on, let's go. So, if young boy thought you were gonna get on the court and just glide through it while Jokic and Murray, Now, while Westbrook on that floor, you better have the same energy he have, or he's gonna be up in your butt.
Let me go to what Armani said. He can't shoot the three well, so he won't fit well. What do you think about Michael Porter Jr., Armani? What do you think about Michael Porter Jr.? Can he hit the three consistent? He's still on the team. So, it's what it is. He isn't Patrick Beverly, but he isn't a leader. He doesn't have to be a leader on that team, Anthony. He just had to fit in.
I don't know, Corey. He might be a leader at this junction in his career, and then you gotta think the guys he playing with are gonna be much younger. So yeah, I think he is a leader of some real young guys that's coming off the bench. Yeah, why not? He's the veteran presence on the floor.
Yeah, VP said Westbrook can hit the broadside of a barn. He's a slasher, and his game doesn't seem to have evolved. Even Invincible developed a three-point shot. Russ collecting the check, bro, won't ever get a ring. Well, hey, Denver has a team that they've been there before, so that means they could help him get there if everything was out. But they, like I said, his game has to be where he falls in to what Denver is doing, because he's just one man. If he has to, because what's his name is also kind of a slasher type rebounder, Aaron Gordon, and if he, like I said, Red said he come in with that.
Why? I never thought he'd fit in nowhere and get a ring. So if Aaron Gordon got a ring, anybody can get one. I thought this dude just gonna be dunk champion and what's that movie that Kyrie did? Uncle
Drew.
Uncle Drew. Yeah, I thought that's all Aaron Gordon was gonna be.
Let's see. Winston said they could have shipped KCP if they're going to bring in Westbrook. He's definitely a leader. You saw how LA collapsed when he got injured last year. They need another shooter. I think they better find one. I don't know if the kid Braun, what his name again, is a consistent shooter as well. You know, they could be. We'll see.
He's not consistent. Anthony Edwards just pretty much abused him in the playoffs last year.
So, and Jared says spark for the bench will help the stars with Westbrook. VP said Aaron Gordon isn't a superstar. Gordon realized his lane and he stayed in it.
Yeah, he did. That's a good point.
All right. Rev, you back?
I am, brothers. I am. I had to go to my cell phone, but it's all good. We're back. Y'all ready to put a bow on this particular show? We now move to, there we go. All right, I'm ready. We move to the You Have a Right segment. This is a segment where we tell who has the right to do what, when, where, and how. Rev Night Nation, feel free to tell us, you have the right segment, and we'll try to put it on before we close out the show. Who wants at it first?
I'll go in. WNBA, it's no secret. You had the right to put on a good performance tonight. You got the spotlight to yourself. You got the prime time spotlight. It's time. Hey, you got to show everybody why they can look forward. You're gonna be off a month, so you don't want them to forget about it. So the end of this season, you got to put on a great performance tonight with your all-stars. So WNBA, this is your chance. Like I said, people gonna forget about you if you don't do it good. You're gonna have to be out of conscience for a month. So we'll see.
All right, Red, what you got?
I knew Coach was going there. That's why I let him go first, because that's exactly what I was going to say had I went first. But I'll go on to my Falcons starting training camp this week. Falcons, all right now. You got the right to go, and we got to get started on the right foot. I want to see everybody coming out there on the same page. Cousins, the defense, Raheem. Let's get it, baby. Another Falcons season about to start Tuesday or Wednesday, man. This is a season I've been highly anticipating. After them 3 years I got with Arthur Smith, I think I'm finally about to get my team back. Okay, so let's get it started. Let's get on the ball. Let's win this South, and let's get back to the playoffs. Falcons, you start this weekend, and you have the right to let's get it, baby. Let's show the world that them last 3 years was an anomaly. Actually, the last 6 years was an anomaly. I ain't gonna forget them last years with Matt Ryan. But anyway, Falcons, it's time. You have the right to rise up.
All right. Philadelphia Phillies, you have the right to keep on losing so I can continue to see the local sports show panic, act like the end of the world is still coming. The Phillies have lost 3 out of 4. And one of my favorite pastimes since I've been living in the Philadelphia area is to go to their post-game sports show and listen to them talk as if they got a 10-70 record. It is great to listen to a Philadelphia sports talk show or post-game show when they lose, because these analysts go ballistic when they mess up. Like, you would have thought that the Philadelphia Phillies are the worst team in baseball, the way they were talking during the post-game show last night after the Phillies gave up that 3-run lead to the Pittsburgh Pirates. So come on, Phillies. Continue to give me some good stuff to watch while you keep on losing. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, gentlemen.
I gotta remember to tune in to that radio show when they lose, or I forget how entertaining it is.
It is great TV. Great TV. The VP said at WNBA, you have the right to put on a spectacular All-Star game tonight. Anthony Corey said Hawks got a right to celebrate not being wanted by SAR. He over here scoring his draft number. The VP said the USA team versus the All-Stars of the WNBA, great matchup. Jared says with the television contract, WNBA, you have the right to start having primetime games next season. The VP said I got to root for the foul Canes. My blackness won't allow me otherwise. Do the dang thing, Raheem. You and your players also have the right to stay out of Magic City while you create a new culture of winning. Jerry Martin says 7-10, 7-10, 7-10. Let's go, Dirty Birds. I think he's basically saying it's time to stop being 7-10. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for watching episode 336 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. You all at Revanite Nation, you all blessed us with your presence and also with your comment. Also, thank you to any new watchers on today. Tell somebody about the Rev Sports Show. Also, you can still share it even after the show. Let somebody be a part of Revanite Nation. Well, until the next time, we look forward to episode 337 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Next Saturday, same Facebook page, same YouTube channel at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next week, peace and love, everybody, as the VP is slamming down the gavel to end another fire episode of the Red and Red Sports Show. Revanite Nation, you did your thing. Indeed, as the VP said, have a blessed and safe weekend. We're out of here, everybody. Peace and love.